Well, March is Women's History Month, and to celebrate, the Greater Grand Rapids Women's History Council is highlighting some of the women that ran for public office during the 1970s. These trailblazing women paved the way for political leaders today. Take a look. During the second surge of the 1970s, women like former Second Ward Commissioner Mary Alice Williams broke down barriers in an effort to have their voices heard.
My family and I moved to Grand Rapids in 1974, and we located in the Easttown neighborhood. And there were housing issues, crime issues, zoning issues, and I got involved in it. A community organizer knocked on my door one day, and I signed a petition, and the rest is history.
It's a long history that spans decades, with women running for public office in Kent County since as early as 1887.
Lyndon Johnson in 1978 was the first African-American woman actually to be elected and seated on the Grand Rapids School Board. A number of women had run starting in 1951, but she was the first woman elected to office. So there's all kinds of range that this program will cover.
It was common during the time for women to serve, sometimes alone, alongside their male counterparts.
So we worked with 19 men, which was a lesson for me because I grew up with 6 older sisters, so I wasn't real familiar working with men. I learned a lot quickly. And I always found it strange that they seemed to be so nervous about every vote that they took. I always felt pretty solid about what my vote was.
And while progress has been made in the decades since the second surge, we've elected the first female mayor of Grand Rapids, Rosalind Bliss, and Hillary Skolton is the first woman to represent Michigan's 3rd congressional district in the U.S. House of Representatives. These pioneers say more work needs to be done to close the gender gap in politics.
If the truism is that women hold up half the sky, then we need to be in at least half the places where decisions are being made that affect our daily lives.
It's a battle these women fought fearlessly, and even more women continue to do so to this day. The second surge event is March 15th from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. It's at the St. Cecilia Music Center on Ransom Street. The event is free and open to the public.